Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Aloha Friday, the Friday after Christmas. Welcome here to the Avocado Show. I am an old composer, decomposing literally and figuratively before your eyes. And today I have my usual suspects and then some hanging out with us. If you're seeing this on YouTube, that's because you missed the live stream. You want to have fun and join us on the live stream, hit the link down below. We have a form that you can fill out, but I refresh it every day, and I spin this little wheel, call it the Wheel of Cheese, and it might land on your name, and we might do your song. If you want to be a part of that, just come on over here and do that. If not, you can always watch this on the VOD, which is probably what you're already doing now. So it's pretty stupid of me to say that. And yes, I do eat through my journey, as I'm sure you already know, so I've got a whole bunch of fun stuff here, and I also have a bunch of great music that we're going to listen to. We're going to do a run of donos and then maybe a couple slices of cheese. Wheelies, I'll take a break, more donos and cheese. So I hope you guys are down for that journey. I am. And so let's do this. And to all my usual suspects out there, Alma and Lisa, Great Sage Sun, SB, Rotten Sound Garden, Buffalo Wings, and all my friends, Kairu, everybody out there, thanks for coming by on a Friday. But I'm going to get right into it. I'm getting right into it. Okay, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. And of course, wait a second, of course, I have to super mahalo my mods that are kind of lurking in the background. Turnip, 1 a.m. Snake is on his motorcycle somewhere around the UK. And Double A is getting his batteries charged. So nonetheless, without those four, we wouldn't have the casualness that we do with these forums and the moderating. They help me out, so mahalo, guys. Okay, here we go. The first one actually is a donation of $42,069 of channel credits. This is going to Lisa Wolf. Lisa Wolf, how are you? Lisa. How are you? I saw Lisa. Lisa is in the house somewhere. Hello. There she is. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Okay. So this track is a metal track. And this one is from the Vandals. Oh my goodness, legacy band. Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies. If I would have named a song like that now, I'd get canceled. So I introduced you to this punk band on my birthday. Yes, you did. You know, they have a whole Christmas album. And this is a nut-cracking version of the classic. Much Love. Don't know if I mentioned it. But the drummer in this band is also a member of Devo. Oh, that's where there was maybe a little tie-in of what we were talking about. Had a little bit of a Devo-ish vibe. And they have written a lot of music for the, what's it called? Aquabats TV show. All right. Let's go, Lisa. Super mahalo. Happy Aloha Friday to you. All right, here we go. Listen to the kick. Now this is the punk I recognize. What a fantastically twisted way to use that melody. A minute and 19 seconds, starting off our stream with a banger, Nutcracker Sweet Olive Vandals. These guys crushed it, and you can almost see them smiling listening to this and how it was played. Like they knew this was just kind of a, let's have a blast and kill it. Now, Lisa, you said this is part of a whole Christmas project that they released. It was all instrumentals, I take it. But that was frying, literally. And one of the trippy things about this, though, is it sounded like the kit was like the levels on the overheads were carrying most of the kit. Like the kick drum sounded a little like little crackers and stuff like that. The snare was nice and clean, and that was kind of back in the mix and stuff. But that I don't know. Did they go into that second phase? I was too busy enjoying the track. But it was bust ass. I love that, Lisa. Thank you for bringing that in. Happy Aloha Friday to you. And my goodness, 40,000 channel points. That means you've been hanging around quite a bit. That's our usual suspects. That's what happens when we hang out. And I can't thank you enough. I hope you have a great weekend. You're in Saturday right now, aren't you? I think you is. All right, next up. I got to refresh the page because I just saw a couple of things bang through here. So give me a second. All right, here we go. Great Sage Sun. Ooh, I'm losing my voice. That cannot be. Maybe it's the lemon in the water. Great Sage Sun, would you like us to listen to Avantasia? The name of the track is The Scarecrow. This is a big one to end the year. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks to all the streams, Jeeves. Oh, thank you. No problem. It's a privilege. It's an honor for me to do this. I look forward to another year. I do too. So let's do this together. Let's see what we got here. I got this. I got this. And we get this. All right. I like that ballsy drum against the violin only. No one's in it yet except for the bass. Wow, is that Waken Festival? Looks like it, big enough to be. I'm just a loser in the game of love. It is, all right. There's that classic rock metal vibrato. To find someone to contemplate. God, that range. I love hearing the piano back there. You watch the world begin to die. Alright, when the lives been torn to pieces, I've been crashing from the sky. Before them to care for the when it says here it's from 2012, it's hard to believe. But this is 13 years ago. It's just not computing. Symphonic cinema metal. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's what this is giving me. With not a really big overtone on the metal except for the power of the arrangement. Very theatrical here. Ooh, the bass. Hey, you beat me to it, SB. Kind of an Allman Brother pentatonic bend into it. Everybody, this is what Slash looks like with his hat off. That makes sense. Wow. What an absolute experience it's got to be to play soloed out like that in the spotlight in front of, what is that, 15, 20,000 people maybe? $100,000? I feel you on that, Lisa. I really do. There's a little bit of a Deep Purple vibe for me in there. See, that part reminds me of Stormbringer from Deep Purple. Pushing to get that note, but it doesn't sound strange. be like, bro, get out of my ear. I'm trying to play. Great background vocals rounding up in there as well. I mean, with that many musicians, they have enough to pull it. Man, the last line in the unison between the synth player and the guitar with that lead, sounded really good. It wasn't forced.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you? All right. Oh, for a second, I thought it was Vince Neil came out. What a powerful track. Now, I guess, who was it? God, I hate this part of my chat. Not people, I'm talking about the way it functions. So Great Stage Sun, you're saying that this is only half of the band? So like when they're fully blown out, there's more. I don't know. I guess so, but I can't imagine it sounding any better. Like with another 6 people, unless they had like very unique sections, like horn sections for certain things, or instruments or other musical. Like, you know, a violinist, a cellist, or something like that for the highlight things. I did not say that. I hate the chat mechanics. 1 a.m.'s kicking the dust up in the air. I can count on him. And then as far as like you're right. It says it right there. The flying opera. So when I said it's truly theatrical and musical, I was like, well, it says right there it's a flying opera. This guy's voice is absolutely incredible, but it's got that thing. And I know that like Lisa and other people call it out when they have that big vibrato. Wah! I can't even do it. Mananao! You know, that whole thing that happens there. Sorry, I didn't mean to rip your balls out, but that thing, it's like it's a definitive like you know, and it just fully reminds me of all of that 80s metal kind of stuff. Not necessarily hair metal, but yeah, earballs. That would be a great name for a band. And there was a lot of the production once again. That's the thing about Waken. That that's what I've only known, is that whatever that concert is formulated around band-wise and genre, I'm pretty sure almost 95% of what I've heard have been suggested to listen from that concert series has had this ginormous theatrical storytelling, musical metal kind of vibe to it. You know, the Nightwish bands and all the other symphonic metal type bands. So if that's like the thing, you know, oh my God, Earballs should be the sequel to Spinal Tap. Oh shit. Anyhow, thank you for that. That was that. You know, for me, I love to sit sometimes on these long ones, or just when I get to sit and just kind of, especially when there's like performing going on there. Then I kind of like the glaze over it. Alrighty then. Next up is, everybody, it's our buddy, 1 a.m. So this is Cory Wong featuring Cody Fry. That almost sounds like a #2 special at a restaurant somewhere. This track is called Golden. And he's just saying, see you in the new year, bud. All right, here we go. This is from 1 a.m. Thank you, 1 a.m. for everything. You know, you didn't have to do that. I'm just saying, but thank you. Let's do this. This is from 1 a.m., everybody, one of our mods. He's bringing the shtick into the house. Let's go.
Looking all around at the people I see, everybody's living the dream. Starring in the show that we film on our phones.
Sounds like a fantastic opening to like a 70s sitcom.
I don't want silver, don't want the bronze. I won't play party, I play the fines. Every time I see a shiny thing on the screen, I think, hey, maybe that could be me. Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop from nothing till we get to something golden, golden.
You know what's unique about this? I don't know if the way it was, maybe it was uploaded, but it's kind of packed in a monoball. It's all right here.
Looking over there at the grass at your place, wondering why it's greener than mine. While you're looking over here at my studio space, wishing that you had that kind of time. I don't want silver, don't want the bronze. I won't play party,
Nope.
I play the fines.
Hey.
Try to keep my head down and just not care. Hey, what's that over there? Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop from nothing till we get to something golden,
There's actually a few chord changes in here that do remind me directly of a TV show sitcom opening. It says in the hashtags here, Wolfpack. I don't know what that means. It's part of maybe this production. I think maybe it was an intention to mix it small like that. That's definitely the Cory Wong.
Everybody's running, running after something golden, golden. We won't stop from nothing till we get to something golden. Hey, 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 give me that Grammy, give me that glow. I can't till my top shelf overflows. We're running, running after something golden, golden.
What a great freaking song to play. That is, and 1 a.m. did say that this was the longest train ride he'd ever been on. Oh, by the way, look who just came in and said hi. Double A. What's up, dude? We were just listening to some of 1 a.m.'s music here. So for me, other than pulling some of the nostalgia, being this track was uploaded 2 years ago, I'm going to take a safe guess. Well, I don't know. Wait a second. Because the uploader is not Cory Wong or anything. And it seems like they may have been from, it might be Spanish, obviously. Maybe it was uploaded as a mono file. because it definitely sounded like it was mono in the pocket. Didn't take anything away from it at all. I really enjoyed the arrangements. It just gave me a different listening experience, as if I was listening to a track from the 70s. That could have been the intention. But this definitely had that, like, there was, I don't know if it was, I forgot, what was the name of the sitcom for us older folks, where the song opening was, "Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. Na, 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 na." Sorry about that. But I forgot what the name of the sitcom was that was opened with that particular track, even though I think it was a cover song. Oh, The Greatest American Hero. Yeah, that there was kind of like some chord changes in there that kind of reminded me of that. But even though intentional or not, the mono uploading of it, I really liked it. And I was able to still kind of tear apart some of the arrangements and kind of identify who was doing what, you know, throughout it and everything. So, yeah, 1 a.m. Thank you, Dudamus. Should have just said, hey, can you? Yeah. I appreciate it. That was generous, buddy. Thank you. And also thank you for everything else. You know what you know. I really appreciate that too. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Next up, creeping in on a double dono creeper, DJ Tambor. So let's keep going. DJ Tambor wants us to listen to a song from the game OST YS1. This is the name of the track is First Step Towards War, and composed by Yozu Koshiro and arranged by Noriyuki Kamikura, the guy in the piano keyboard in this track. This track is the main field theme of the game right after the main character leaves his hometown in order to start his very first adventure, which ends up leading him into having a tough showdown with the evil wizard at the end of it. All right. So DJ Tambor, is you ready? I ready. Here we go. All right. Oh, good. Same guys. I know what we're doing here. DJ knows I like the live stuff. See if she hits it. Good. Nice balance. That works for me. I would like to call this unison porn. Because it's a very unique spread. You know, I'm sorry, that was it. That was a really fun lead by the keyboard player. I actually used to have one of those, but in the Casio version back in the 90s. You know if you know. Oh, he wrote this. Okay. Oh, nice. Good timing, good tempo, good feel on that. God, that's got to be such a high to play like that in front of people. What I love about these performances is how the crowd's choreography goes with it. So badass. Very, very straightforward in the arrangement and the composition. The reason why I said that, probably should have chosen much better words than what I did, but is a lot of times when you have a single violin running a line and the guitar is running a line in unison with it like that, it can sound pretty unique. Is that the best way to do it? These guys really nailed it. Whether it had to do with the engineering, probably had a lot to do with it as well. But the sounds and the tones were matching really well. So for me, when I said that, I said, no, that's just badass. That's just how you're about to pull that off. Such a fun track. DJ, real quick, you say this was the track, or not? This was or not the arrangement, but the track that was in gameplay. How close was this arrangement to that track in gameplay? I think that, yes, Old Man on Brand is right. Yes, Double A is back in the house. Yeah, I love seeing his comments popping back up. So, but I mean, was this close, this actual performance, was this the performance that was kind of close to what was on the game, like spot on? Or did he kind of take it off a little bit, They took a bit of the different liberties. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. All right, thank you. Great live performance. And the other thing is, too, they were having the time of their lives up there playing. You know how I am about that. I love seeing that. It's the one thing in my music life that I think much like Lisa, wish I would have had more of the nerve to be a part of. I just couldn't stand the stress on stage, especially since I was lead singer. I told you that story. And I was trying to push higher and harder than I could go. And even though I took vocal lessons, I was just too stressed out to sing some of my songs. So I think I literally just said, guys, I'm sorry, I love you guys, but I can't do this anymore. And I never stood up on stage again. That was my thing. All right. Next up, some people have been boosting their boosties. Judgment Kazi, we are now going to be doing for Judgment. Happy Aloha Friday to you, Mr. Judgment Kazi. We are going to be doing a track from anime. And so, whoops, something just happened here. And that is going to be an anime by the name of Skeleton Knight in Another World. Don't think I've done something from this. The name of the track is My Romantic Road. Holy dooly. Boosting the book on... No, you're going with me now. Judgment, you're coming on with me on this ride now. So, hey, Jeeps, today I'm sending in a track that should get your blood pumping just like it has for me. I found this song through the anime Skeleton Knight in Another World. A schlocky cheese... Did you just see me spit cheese? What the hell? I'm like a cow chewing my cud and something just flew out. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Let me try that again. It's a schlocky, cheesy trash anime about a guy reincarnated into a skeleton body in a fantasy world. It's a terrible anime, but I love it nonetheless. This is a theme song that plays at the beginning of every episode, and it stands out as the best part of the anime for me. This track by PelleK, for me, feels like modern incarnation of hair metal with ripping guitar, piercing vocals featuring Hotaru, which I think that might be multi-tracked, and a bass line that just speaks to me. I hope you enjoy, brother. I know I will enjoy, especially I think I was confirmed of joy when the cheese came. All right, Judgment, let's do this. Happy Aloha Friday to you, my friend. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. You're not kidding. Ginormous, glorious melody, the whole thing. I like that single coil sound. Wow. You're so right about the hair metal band vibe. Woo. Bass dude, incoming. Those are such huge backgrounds. Ooh, look, you're right about that bass player. 3-second rule. A little bit of a disco rock beat there, right? Boy, giant focus on these background vocals. Wow. This thing had such pumping energy, Judgment. You were right, though, about that 80s hairband kind of vibe. Real super clean production and stuff, but the thing that really stuck out to me was the intensity of the vocals, all the layering of the background. You know, at this point, too, when I'm listening to a track like this, especially when you said the anime kind of sucked, I guess, a little bit, and this was the highlight of it. Your anime better be good to match up with a track like this, you know, energy-wise and stuff, because I could see actually the music outshining the anime, especially in production. But that was a earball slamming track. I guess maybe I should coin that, earball. Maybe I should develop a shirt. I'll call up Cookie Joe or somebody and have them design me an earball, heavy metal earball. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, I guess I've got to, people are asking me to pull up an episode, and I think I will do that on my own. I'll go ahead and take that out there and look at it. Matter of fact, let me type me a really quick note because I want to do that. Stand by. Okay, wait. Man, everything here is written in Japanese. What was the name of the game again? PelleK. 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 Okay. Oh, Skeleton Knight. God dang it. Stand by. Oh, that's the name of the song. Okay, sorry. This is why I'm old. You have to guide me, people. Be gentle. Okay. Saved. There we go. I'm going to drip in and take a look at it when on my off time, when I decompress. Judgment! Thank you so much, man. I always love your lurking about. Next up, SB in Australia. It is tomorrow morning there. That's the best I can do. How are you, SB? Everybody say aloha to SB. She's always going to be one day ahead of us, and Christmas and New Year's and all the festies. Yes, you guys, the Aussies, my Aussie buds here in the stream are the future. We are doing a metal track. Why am I not surprised? The name of this track is called Far From the Sun. The name of the band is Caution Thieves. And the message is, this is a band from Melbourne that I found... I'm sorry. That was just a hiccup. Let me try that again. This is a... I got it. This is a band from Melbourne that I found via Bandcamp back in 2019. Dyslexia. They put this song out at the beginning of the year, and they're about to release an MP. Really enjoy their sound. Happy New Year to you, and Happy New Year to all of you. Yes. Sorry about the jump scare, guys. I was just having a moment. All right, guys. Here we go. All right. Oh, you know this is going to bang in the stereo. 1, 2, 3, ah! Ooh, punky metal punky. Love what they did with that guitar back there. They took the opening riff and smooshed it. Wow. Ooh, I love dropping into the cut time in the middle of the hook. Bold. Sorry, I just got a boot cheese chill. I love this pre-chorus. They give us a hint of melody with this. I mean, in a positive, lifting way. Boy, the bass player's following this lick for lick, note for note. Nice little harmonics there. This is some really great engineering for positioning. Great freaking track. The flipped way in which they get us all on fire with that really great riff in the intro. And then when they come in for the verse, they canned that riff. They kept it going, but brought it in really small in the back, you know, trickery in engineering. Not quite lo-fi-ish, but what I would call canned ham. Some people would call it like an AM radio vibe. But so the essence of that riff lived within your head because they continued it. And then they were, you know, ball blasting. What are we calling it now? They're earballing, you know, stereo blasting with the crunch and everything. This guy's voice too, raw from top to bottom. There was no slipping into a head voice as he got into his growling, kind of intense part of his grind out. And I also like the resetting right in the middle of the hook, which is kind of risky when you're coming in. You know, wait, I'm gonna try that again. Well, so you have the kit, and then the second half of that they go into that cut time. That's kind of bold because usually the hook in general is where you're going to give them the most energy, albeit percussively arranging or at least melodically with background vocals and stuff. And the fact that they kind of pulled it back and stepped back in the halftime there was unique, and it got me to dive in a little more. I don't know why they don't have that big of a following. They definitely are smoking enough and well deserved of it. It's just, I guess, maybe a matter of time, just because there's, you know, all that music that's released all the time. It's just finding that one niche. I'll cut this out and put it on the Decomposer Lounge. If that's the boosty that I can help with, then I can at least do that. So I'm going to commit to that for sure. So I'm going to do that. That's what I'll do. I'll chop this out. I'll put that out there on the. Not that it means anything. My channel's almost dead anyhow. People laughing at me in my channel. My poor Decomposer Lounge. 280,000 subs, and my videos average 3,000 to 5,000 views now. It's like, good thing I don't do this for money, right? None of my YouTube channels make more than $30 or something a month. So anyhow, let's go. Oh, guess who's up next? Double A is in the house. You know? And we're doing one of his tracks. It's so good to have you back, dude. You have no idea. I kind of feel like the stream has got this refreshing kind of like exuberance at the moment to welcome you back into the How Do You Do It. So welcome back. Glad to have you not only in the stream, but here we are getting some music from you. So guys, Double A wants us to check out a track called Death of a Clone. Name of the band is Others by No One. Wow. All of that's tricky. The band, Others by No One, with the song Death of a Clone. Let's go. All right. Oh my God, I'd be a horrible radio DJ. Oh yeah, what's radio? Ooh, do we have ourselves some open tuning here? That's funny, cuddly. Wow. I like this.
Breathing all my life right into you. And that is quite all right with me and you. Past and future, I belong to you, my dear.
Oh, great arrangements with the
And that
little
is
toy
how
bells.
things should be. At last, a sigh. Give me the chance to try again. She is alive, my greatest
Is this a little bit of a Coheed Cambria kind of thing? Very complex. Yeah, Amon, that's about the best emoji you can put down for this. A little bit of Queen there.
Let's pretend her life was forfeit. Would it be blood to save her, left her alone? The cries ignite from her, singing volumes of how my beautiful has a human soul.
Wow, what a journey so far.
Can take me to somehow. Scientists dying to bring Anywhere you go, I'd follow you. She'll be alright, does she still sleep tight? My summit, sweetheart,
Oh, the gravy in that bass line. Listen to that. Jesus. It's got the Between the Buried and Me, Avenged Sevenfold, and Smokin' Benjamins. Or I forgot what the name of that Benjamin, I forgot the name of the band. But them. Breaking Benjamin, thank you. What'd I say? Smoking Benjamin, I guess. I don't know.
You'll sleep today, you'll sleep to die. In a rising examination.
So whimsically, you can drift off in something like this, you know?
Thoughts and minds. Now I know where to go, back to her in time.
Wow.
There was a man on the first team, befriended death, made life weeps, said, what can I do? He screamed, and such was the fate of the forest king. We're of different times, separate times. Don't forget to survive. You could call me a god, sir, but gods don't let their children die.
Ooh, what a line. Jesus.
She must be free, so I can believe.
That was a heavy line.
To lose her again.
kind of organized chaos. Listen to the growling in the background. This is that Coheed and Cambria, Claudio kind of voice and adjoining arrangement kind of vibe.
Before my day has ended, thoughts of you are collected. Before my day has ended, thoughts of you are collected. Before my day has ended, thoughts of you are collected. Before my day has ended, thoughts of you are
There's a little something happening back there, but it's almost like just letting your senses kind of decompress. Hear it? Some kind of a weird neural beat weaved in there. For God's sakes, that was such a freaking journey. I think in my mind, you know, hearing something like this, you know, Double A, it's so hard to sit and rinse in these extraordinarily powerful tracks. It almost seemed like there is a musical written behind it with so many different great changes, and as well as how many, at least half a dozen influences that were audible. Having fun and going, wow, that sounds, oh, this is great. Look how they took this and blended it with this. This is just one of those things that the only way I really enjoy listening to it in the sense is I let it just put me on the escape mode. And then in my mind, believe it or not, I'm thinking, because I'm trying to listen to the lyrics as well. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if I was sitting in a large theater and looking at a stage, what would this be in its musical theater format? Because that's what this is worthy of. You know, this kind of musicianship and composition and songwriting and everything. And then, of course, the dozens of dynamics from louder or softer, changing in the arrangements, change the rhythms, change this. All those intricate dynamics and details there, you just can't help but think this has to be part of a musical, right? You know? That's what it does. And I guess that Between the Barrier to Me, Avenged Sevenfold, Hanging Benjamins, and all those other bands. I think I may have made a mistake there again. You know, that have that incredible ability to compose this kind of music. It's just mind-numbing. You know, it's just absolutely mind-numbing. So, you're right. That's right. It's a concept, actually. So that's something I guess I really have to rinse through the whole thing. I think what's phenomenal is that you have dropped on us through the course of the last year and a half, pretty much, these amazeballs, prog, tracks, and for you to go digging around and finding all these things, apparently this track was dropped 7 years ago. There's only been like 3,500 people checked it out, and you found it, so that to me is what makes it that more extraordinary that musicianship is out there, but yet a little like, only a few thousand people have heard it. So thanks, AA, and also good to have you back as well. And happy holidays to you and all this sort of fun, happy joy family tidings. So, well, you're hitting it out of the park, AA, because that's what I said. I don't know how you find these things extraordinary. Alrighty, let's go. Excuse me. Next up, we have Inksentia to the rise. Inksentia, you, first of all, how are you? Happy Aloha Friday. And thank you for coming in. Thank you for your generous dono. I appreciate it. Yes, we're bringing Inksentia up. So would like us to enjoy, like me to enjoy with Inksentia and the gang here, a song called Remember Me, and the name of the band is The Currents. So we are currently listening to The Currents here on the Avocado Show.
This one is called Remember Me.
Oh,
this
good live.
I
like live performance.
And wanting to be remembered for all the good stuff. Let's sing together. I convince myself that the world I love is gone.
Listen to the grindy on that bass.
The damage has been done. We carry the weight of selfless scars. We silently crave upon the pedestal. Right place our back. White blood draped by the castle. To our ball of black. From the amount by the snakes who buried his face.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
Locked in the side yourself. It smells and it stings. Like a chemical reaction burning your brain. It lies away to my regrets. Sharpen the knives that got thrown into the strength of
This is amazing, his growling here. Do you hear him kind of almost between two, like an octave, yet clean growl. Do you hear how he's going in between that clean growl? That's pretty badass. And then this part of his cleaner voice still has punch to it. And it's amazing the tone he's getting for everything he's putting it through. Oh yeah, Double A's back with the jokes. Okay, so this is only what, 6 months old. Maybe this was recorded live, remixed later, or this actually could have been just a video shoot. Nonetheless, my main focus, even though the guitars, everything sounded really nice, the arrangements were punchy and ballsy and stuff, and it really gave a really great zip line for the vocalist to shine on so many levels. That very first beautiful tone of his voice on that first verse. I mean, I knew we were going to go somewhere with it, because whenever you have a guitar player wearing shorts that has 7 strings, you just know it's going to hit the fan. So somewhere along the line, I was going to blow up. But I was really pulled back by that technique where it was, I can't do it. I'm not going to try to do it. But it was growl, growl, clean, growl, clean, clean, growl, clean, growl, growl, clean, growl, clean, even in a single syllable. Not everything was definitive based on a syllable. Dare I say, this is the only way I know how to say it. It almost reminded me of a yodel capability, but instead of yodeling in voicing, it yodels in technique between the dark and the clean sound. And I found that fascinating. You know, the instruments in the background, the arrangements were nice. There was some really good lifty stuff. It wasn't all dark and heavy and gnarly, even though the intention of it being a metal band, a genty metal, or maybe metalcore-ish. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys on what kind of genre that might be. I was pulled in by the vocalist and his performance. So, Incentia, I thought that was really super badass. And I'm glad you brought it into the house as well. But I was, at that point, once I started listening to his voice, my ears went numb to the rest of the music performances. I did notice that there was some really nice, very mellow, intricate arrangements that were happening. There was one time where the guitar player was doing a 16th on a hammer on pull tap. And you got to have really some good patient timing for that stuff. You know, if they did this live, fine. These guys are, seasoned musicians. But what Lisa and I were talking about earlier in the stream was like, I didn't have the capacity to do that, so I probably would have sped up or slowed down or been too conscious of what I'm doing and make a mistake or something. I know you can work through that, but, I just decided I didn't want to work through it. It was too much work for me. Anyhow, Incentia, thank you so much. Fully loved that track, and so did a lot of people here. A lot of people were hyped on that. And as a matter of Flatch, here we go. That's the YouTube link for that band. Okay. Oh, shit, what'd I do with my form? Hang on, I made a mistake. Just me. It's okay, I didn't break it. I just made a mistake. Next up, Oranai. How are ya? Happy Aloha Friday to you. And I hope you're doing well. Hey, Oranai. So, Oranai wants us to listen. Oh, yes, this band. This is one of those bands that's really unique. It's a love 'em, hate 'em band in the community. I'm not privy to a lot of the history why. I think it's because they have a much wider audience because the kind of accessible metal and rock actually, I think more than metal that they do. But ladies and gentlemen, Oranai wants us to listen to a song called Year Zero. And this is from the band Ghost. Let's do this. And no, I haven't done this before, I don't think, Oranai. To tell you the truth, though, personally, the Ghost tracks I've heard, I really like. But I'm not kind of gatekeeping any genres, if you know what I mean.
Asmodeus, Satanas, Lucifer.
Oh my God, that's a huge chunk of blue cheese. And they keep everything very straight in the pocket too, That's where I feel the accessibility. Oh, you heard that? Sorry. Is this one of their more earlier releases as a band? And I think what makes this tremendously accessible to a broader range of rock listeners, listen to what the drum's doing. It is such a square 4 on the floor. Even the hi-hats are just kind of cruising these 16ths. Yeah, it says that this was uploaded 11 years ago. I don't know if it's because of their accent, but I think they're saying Hail Santa. You know, that cold from the North Shore? I mean, the North Pole. That's a good one, Gecko. I also think their vocal approach is what keeps it very tame as well. See, everything is very straight, very tame. And what's that going to do? Open it up to a broader audience. That's a good point, Gecko. That's a good way to put it, Amon. That's AC Disco. That's clever. You know, I don't know if there's more to it. It says there's a little more. Maybe they show a little something here. Oh, maybe it's a lead-in for the next track. So I don't know if this was one of their first. I don't know how long Ghost has been around, except for where it sporadically comes through, you know, suggestions. But kind of, you know, some of the comments that you guys have been leaving here is pretty much what I believe is one of the reasons why the band is as successful as it is. When you have a lot of the more modern day metal genre folks and stuff, you know, they're pulling progressive and pushing limits on techniques of engineering and musicianship and all kinds of stuff. And then you hear something like this that pops in that's just nice. It's comfortable. I'd like comfy metal. Would that be comfy rock, maybe? And that's not a slam to them. They just got themselves in a pocket where that maybe for the broader audiences that may not be into rock and roll, they just go, I don't like that rock and roll. that kind of an attitude. Yet they really love this song, and it actually has a rock vibe to it. There is distorted guitars and everything, but the emphasis is not on that. And also, like I said, the vocals seem to be very laid back. Now, I've only listened to 3 or 4 of their tracks, but they're the vocals and the laid backness of it, and not the powerful, vibrato, gnarly metal voices in there. I think it makes it that much accessible. You know what I'm saying? That's another way to put it. Actually, that's a good one. Armchair metal, not bad enough. It's not, or not bad though. Yeah, you're right. It's not. But they're killing it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe some of the other gatekeepers of some of the other genres are kind of like, I don't understand. But then that's life story in genres. That's like when you listen to jazz and you go, oh my God, how talented are these people, and why are they only playing at the Baked Potato for 50 seats, and they're not selling out the amphitheater or something. It's just life. It's just what it is. It's just what people move to, and in a broader way they're going to move towards more something that's accessible, like Ghost. That was my long-winded how do you do on that. So how do you do? Saitama, how are you? Yeah, Fentool, you're right. Ghost is also very theatrical as well. They come out with the outfits and stuff, so that it's a little like, ooh, So it's like they maybe perhaps taking a page from this book or from this band, and a page from this band, and a page for this band, and then they put the pages together and wrote their own book. Ends or something of that nature. I don't know. Satima, this is for you. You are up now. All righty. Satima would like us to listen to, I have no idea how to say this, so I'm not going to try. It is line J, line, bunch of little lines, and a J parentheses, but the artist is Majiko. And I'm sure we're in for something fantabulous. He says, don't forget for me to turn on the subtitles. Okay. Okay, guys. The name of the artist is Majiko. And let's see what we got going on here. And I have to turn on the headlamps. Closed caption is on.
全て投げ捨てられたら笑って生きることが楽になるのまた胸が痛くなるからもう何も言わないでよ
Wow. Love that intro. Beautiful voice. Very recognizable chord pattern in this. Just in a pop composition level. Good call, Fentool. Definitely influenced by it, in my opinion. Oh, that was a nice little fun spin around with the percussion, the drums. Can you hear that? La 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 la. Maybe they have background singer somewhere. A lot of passion in there. Wow. Are they going to come banging in? I like that little chord right there. She's out of my life. Oh, what a passionate performance. What an absolutely passionate performance. The opening a cappella like that, I was going, where are we going to go with this? This sounds fun. And then it gets through the course of the song. I'm reading the lyrics as I'm listening to the performance. And exactly, Soundgarden, you can totally feel that through and through. Especially when she's getting to the point with the lyrics and she's, about the hurt and the pain. And you feel her breaking up. I love that pause in the song. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a pause that long, but you kind of knew that for better or for worse, whatever that pause was, meaning if it was rehearsed or not, she was gathering herself after that very painful little series of lyrics and melody. One thing about her vocals too, and I think all vocals that I find very appealing when I listen to vocals from like Korea, Japan, China, because of the shapes of their mouth and enunciation of some of their words, how wonderfully it flexes the particular tones. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think our language is very wide open with our mouths. And I think a lot of languages that come from Korea, Japan, and China have a lot of things like shu, the mouths are very, like a very tightened push of a consonant or something like that. And by virtue of that, it really makes unique tones when they're hitting their notes like that. That makes it very refreshing. Did any of that? No, did any of that make sense? I don't know if that made sense. That's just how I feel about it when I listen to it. But all different cultures too. It's just those particular cultures. The Asian, the Korean, Chinese, and the Japanese with their unique sounds, and they put it in. I think Korean might be a little more closer to Western sounding, whereas Chinese would be the most furthest because there's a lot of very unique breathing techniques with some of the words that you say. And then Japan, I think I'm a lot more familiar with Japanese because of where I live, and I have friends that are Japanese and so on and so forth and everything. So anyhow, That's how I that's what I loved about it. I was like, God, listen how beautiful those syllables and vowels sound, you know. So, hey, Panson Ranson. The machine went off by itself. It wasn't me. Welcome. I'm glad you were able to cruise by and say aloha. Catch me up here on the Twitch. And thanks for dropping in and saying hi to the chat. Everybody say hi to him on the chat. So, I'm telling you, I don't even have the controller. If I don't turn this thing off, it randomly goes, okay? Now that definitely was the button, but I got to turn this off because you guys are thinking I'm doing this in the background. And my butt isn't that close to the mic to be pulling it. You know what I mean? My goodness. Let me refresh the data cheese. Senor Rui. Senor Rui is in the house. Wee. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. The name of this track is Black Rebel Motorcycle Club. That's the band. The name of the track is Heaven and All. And, yo, Senori, what's up? Oi. Up, Senori. He's another one from the Aussie. I keep hearing you mention Neve consoles. Yes. Never mind. So requested this. From the documentary Sound City. Oh, that was such a great... I fully checked that. Focused on their new Neve 8020 analog mixing console. This song of many were recorded on that particular console after Dave Grohl bought it from the closed down studio and installed it in his own studio. Yeah, he's a mensch for the old school ways, analog to tape, you know, and he just loves the sound and, you know, natural tape saturation and all the great things that unfortunately a very high percentage of the newer audiophiles or ears may not be as attuned to than us older farts, you know, for tape saturation and great little things like that. But that was my joy. Okay, guys, let's do this. From Senor Rui. Let's go.
Sound City. That's it, man.
So this is Robert Levon, Beans, David Grohl, and Peter Hayes. Maybe I'm just full of my own head, but there's a whole different resonance into that range of about 1,000 to 1,500, and I don't know if that's the analog essence of it. Or I could be holding that in my mind. I don't know. That's cabinet distortion going on there with the bass. Grohl's still kind of using a lot of the Nirvana grind to his drummings there. Like that's his inherent gig right there. Oh, it sounds like Lars took over the drumming right there. I'm sorry, I'm just saying. Well, just at the end, Soundgarden. Senorita, I loved listening to this. And it also brought back, for me, a little bit of nostalgia because that studio was only about 3 miles from my house. And the funny thing is the first recording studio where I really cut my teeth on analog, which would have been a Harrison console onto the Ampex, was it a 1300 or a 1200 24 track, and then we rolled into the Studers, was named Studio Sound. And I never put it together, but the producer that owned Studio Sound was a bit of a, let's just say, and so I know that guy's kind of thinking. So this was Sound City, then he opened it Studio Sound, and but during that analog era, it was pre-digital. And so when I listened to this, I also, did watch the documentary. I really enjoyed it. And it was just kind of weird. I had no idea what my life was going to be trajectory-wise, but this studio was only a few miles away from me when I was a kid before I moved back here or came back here in the late 70s in Hawaii. But nonetheless, the track itself reeks of David Grohl having the best time of his life and being nostalgic with his composing. I guess he did play guitar on that. I'm not too sure. But you got to go? Okay, take care. I'll see you later. I'm on Chi. So, yeah, good old analog days. I'm really stoked that you remembered me talking about the Neve and bringing this in like that. I love the story about when they were trying to disconnect it and try to get it out and the whole thing. That's a beast to move, man. A beast. So, all right, who's up next? Next up is, stand by. Make sure I got this right. Misty Souls 2. We are going to be listening to a track from anime giant Robo. And the name of the song is Charge! Esai and Yoshi. This is a soundtrack by Masamichi Amano, who was the first Japanese anime video game composer to use the Poland Warsaw Philharmonic Orchestra. That's the big move. The orchestra has since worked on series such as Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, Final Fantasy 13, Ace Combat, Wolf's Rain, and at least 50 others. I can't keep counting. That's when you find a niche. Jeez. Would love to be the guy that's booking for that for that orchestra. I love this soundtrack because it's called the classic Hollywood roots and introduced such a beautiful orchestra for many Japanese composers to dive into, which he often helps out with conducting an orchestrating on the side. Yes, that was a big thing that started going on. As a matter of fact, even in Hollywood, that was a really big thing that started going on, where when my dad was all of a sudden being flown to Amsterdam to do a lot of film scores because it was just getting too expensive in Hollywood. And so, yes, I very much vibe with that part of your story. So let's check this out. Once again, this is from Giant Robo. The name of the track is Charge, Essie, and Yoshi. All right. Big and bold. Let's go. There's in this composition, there's a little bit of a spaghetti western musical theater vibe. Totally giddy up. Na, na, na. That kind of gave me a little. Na, na, na. It's when the French or the horn section does a melody like that, and these emphasis on these percussive attacks is what's giving it that full Western vibe. Rawhide. I'm just saying. Oh, the Western just collided with the Russian army. Little dancing piccolos in the back. Boom. That was a really super fun listen. One of the things about this, so I guess this was put on to YouTube 8 years ago, but I don't know how long ago this was actually recorded. What's really unique to identify for myself is that the musicians nailed the orchestration fantastically. Some of the engineering, let's say, technique, some of the miking and engineering technique, and a little bit of the mixing of it. I don't know if they went back to Japan with the files and they mixed over there, but it also felt like it was mixed in the 60s. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying that they didn't know what they were doing. I'm just saying the way that they put the layers together, if you would, had, how do I say this? Had a thematic bubble in the overtones. I know that might sound really weird. It's the only way I know how to express it when I'm thinking about it. But it definitely had that kind of vibe where it really on purposely felt like it was engineered or mixed out with a little bit more of an old school emphasis on traditional engineering. Instead of, like, for instance, maybe the strings being slightly louder and so on and so forth. This nitpicky stuff. Super fun track. Totally sounds like, like I said, could have came out of a 60s Western musical or Western cinematic kind of vibe. Maybe on purpose, too, based on whatever was happening behind scene, right? Or whatever scene it was cut to. So, excuse me. I'm sorry. I got to drink some water. I'm losing a voice for a second. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Next up, coming up, is the driver. I want to let you guys know, guys, I have, Jesus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 donos in queue. I'm going to do a couple more. Then I'm going to do one noob cheese and one queso pobre, and then I'm going to step up and just take a quick break, and then continue to go back. I got nothing much to do. It's really muggy and kind of rainy on and off, so I'm not going out, and the surf is at least over 20 feet. I can't do that, so I'm here with you guys, joyfully so. Joyful and triumphant. Okay, next up, the driver wants us to listen to a band called Keeno. Isn't that a game in Vegas? Keeno is the name of the song I'm doing is Severn Summers. And so this is a little message from the description on YouTube. Transcendent, atmospheric, and soulful guitar grooves set the scene on Severn Summers before a splashy amen breaks and jazz chords ignite into an explosion of musical brightness. Exquisite executive vintage vocal samples add to the cut's sublime flair. This is liquid drum and bass at its finest. And he says this is one of his own personal faves. He loves the piano build-up into the beat drops, brings sort of a wave of bittersweet nostalgia, personally for reasons unknown, which is odd considering the song is just from 2020. Oh, good. Oh, I'm glad you gave me that. The driver. I don't think the driver's here. Is the driver here? Did he pop in and say, how's it? Liquid D&B is something I've never heard of before, so I'm also looking forward to hearing what this is. Let's go. The driver's driving. All right. There he is. Here we go. I'm really loving this. Sounds like a real upright piano, not a module. I really like this. So glidey. Love that kind of dubstep bass going on there. Maybe that's not the right kind of genre to describe that bass, but I love those low, deep sub-pleb basses. Now that I think about it, this bass is more into the D&B. There's a part of me that just would have loved to have maybe rolled off a little bit of the frequency on a D&B. Maybe up there at about 9 to 10K. Just roll it just a little bit, but that's just stupid me being nitpicky for my own selfish reasons. Ooh, I love that. especially with that longer feedback delay on there. The delay is on a triplet. I love that. This was really, really cool. Did I once again understand that this artist or band is from Russia? I think somebody may have mentioned that in the stream. Really, really love that kind of music. It's really funny. I have, not only from my journey for this, but also because of being a library composer, I've had to write tons of music in different genres I had no idea were. So I'd have to listen to the genres and listen and listen and listen and then just kind of fill in like, oh, I see what's going on, do the job. But then normally I would just move on. I don't make that part of my playlist. I think as I've been getting older and also spending a lot of quality time with you guys and hearing, different levels of, let's say, what was this called? Atmospheric D&B or something like that. That I've really I'm pretty fond of this kind of music, albeit a lot of times it's either looping samples or stuff like that, repetitive things. Just something about it that's kind of invigorating, so I really enjoyed it. And I like what it does to I just like what it does to me. I listen to it and I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, isn't that what music's about anyhow for all of us? Whatever it is, there's always, you could be listening to a song after another, you don't even know it, you're in the background, you're making food or you're playing video games and even listening to music because it's just part of the game. But then all of a sudden there's one that you go, oh, the hell's this? What a trip. Oh, and then you become, you expand that earball salad bar of things that you like. And this is one of those tracks actually that did it for me. So what did you say? It's all what? Just different. Yeah, it is. I guess it's all corn. Ear corn, earball corn. Okay. Pota Tiwe. Tiwe, you're up next. And how are you? And happy Aloha Friday to you if you're still here amongst us. There you are. First time chat. Well, welcome, first of all, to our little community here. Super cool beans to have you in and dropping in and say hi. And also thank you for the dono. Very generous of you. I really appreciate it. Everybody say hi to Pota Tawe. Say aloha to him really quick. Or her. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and see what this is. This is Memento. I'm sorry. The thing glitched on me. So let me look at it from here. This one is called... Ooh, you guys know this one? Considered Yuma's first theme, Memento of the Greedy Beast. Let's go. Funny, this still kind of embodies a little bit of a D&B kind of vibe. Very unique sound with those little ravey stabs. Here's the guitar pattern. Little fun descending weirdness. Okay, thanks, Turnip. The eighth notes arrangements on the bass is what keeps me glued in. This is an anime, am I correct? A game, wow. Oh, I see. Because this sounds like something very aggressive. And because of the tones that are being used, I'm thinking this would go great behind a game, but then because of the thumbnail, it looked very anime. Nice arrangement up there. Counter to this. It's the same thing guitar's doing, but they keep on trading turns. As a matter of fact, they're playing in unison right now. So this might be where it loops, because it just modulated up a whole step. Yeah, this is the loop right here. Okay, so this track at first, because of the thumbnail, it got me thinking, I guess this must be an anime thing. But then once I was listening to how it was grinding, what kind of agitation and anxiety it kind of produces, that level of like, that perhaps maybe this is something where there's a battle or some kind of achievement that, you know, you can get hurt or you're shooting whatever at the other people. It looks like it's kind of a bloody game. A lot of blood here on this thumbnail. The thinness of the percussion. I was listening to it, I was going, as much as I am excited about the track and I like I'm pulling apart these different arrangements in there. There was some, maybe it's my ears today, because I think in the last track I had also said, God, if they roll off a little of the high end, maybe my ears are playing a little sensitive today. But that sounded like that would have driven me up the wall during gameplay. I like it, but if I was playing games, I'd probably want to pull the volume down a bit, because, you know, in most cases, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say in most cases. I think it might be safe to say that not a lot of gamers have studio quality speakers. Is that fair to say, or am I just being way off base and everybody has killer systems because it's part of the experience? But if they're listening out of earbuds or smaller speakers, or maybe speakers on a sound bar, that might carry that tone differently. You know, that might be a little bit of a lean. Excuse me. Yeah, it's kind of fair to say. You know me. I like to make sure I just. So, that being said, because you know sometimes even I know this. Back in my day as an engineer, and I think Lisa, you're an engineer as well. In the 1900s, we knew what speaker variables would be for the possible audience. TV speakers, then smaller speakers in cars that were stock, and then buffed out speaker systems. There was only a few different setups. Then, you know, a little later on, as TVs were getting a lot more inventive and stuff like that, there were sound bars. Is that what you call them? The long things that sound can come out. You know, there's Dolby thingies and Bose that are doing this and stuff. It's very hard to, you know, sit in the studio and say, oh, this sounds great, but then you get it on a sound bar or you get it over a smaller speaker system, and then you realize that, you know, what you thought was perfect in the high end or in the low end or in the mids, now all of a sudden just cuts right through like a Ginsu knife and, you know, kind of messes up the mix a bit. So you got to play that kind of, that kind of thing. Yeah, the car stereo and boombox tests is what I remember doing all the time. So, all right, guys. I'm going to do one newbie wheel of cheese, one pobre wheel of cheese, and then I got to take a break. And we'll get back to more donos and stuff. For those of you who are new, if you did put your name on the form and for a wheel of cheese spin, that's killer. Cool beans. Thank you for doing that, even if you're just lurking. Nothing over 7 minutes, please. If it's over 7 minutes, it's going to be an auto boot. But you don't lose your space. Everybody knows I'm going to pass right by it, but you contact me or one of my mods if you have one that's under 7 minutes that you want us to listen to. Because when you win here at the Avocado Show. Oh, that was just so... bleh. I'm just saying. All right, guys, let's rig for the cheese. All right, this is an old wheel here, so don't worry here. Don't be concerned about not seeing your name here, because I'm going to fresh it up right now. Stand by. Let's start off with a noob, queso fresco. And let's see what kind of noob-a-doob-a-doobies we have here. Oh, wow, quite a few. All right. You guys ready for some spin? Here you go. Cola. A little glitchy there. Who's in? Hydrated Steven. Let's hear it for Hydrated Steven. I always have fun with all the names, too, that people come up with on there. It's like, yay, that's what I'm talking about. Hydrated Steven wants us to do a show, or something from a show called Tombs of Scoria. And the name of the track is... Oops. Tombs of Scoria official soundtrack. This is their ending. So let's go. Have you guys ever heard of this? Tombs of Scoria? I have not heard of Tombs of Scoria. Okay, let's get into this and let's see what we got. All right. Kind of reminds me of a little Austin Wintory, like Journey. I don't know how the hell that happened. Sorry, guys. So as I was saying, what I love about the track, first of all, is how they slowly brought us up in volume with very nice, not quite an arpeggiation, but the arrangement with the little bells and stuff, bringing us in. It's one of those things that, you know, once you hit play, it's kind of that, like, you lean into it a little bit because you want to hear, is it going to get louder? What's going on? You're going to sit back and see if it'll kind of bring it into there. And then they start to kind of glow up and glow up and glow up and glow up. And I don't know what this is behind. This is the ending of, I guess this is a game. And so this is the ending. I don't know if this is the ending where the titles are scrolling, or maybe this is an ending scene of a cut scene. You know, like how they may have had, like in Journey, you know, that ending cut scene was really beautiful. It was an emotionally wonderful journey for me to play that for the very first time as a game, as well as listen to his music. So it was very chill, very moving, very laid back, a lot of beautiful ear candy, you know, something like this. So this is for someone's custom D&D campaign. Ah, gotcha. I see. All right, let's do one more wheel of cheese, and then I'm going to take a break, guys. Let me refresco the Kesco. Ah, was that fun? So next up, in Wheelie of Queez. Oh, shit. Oh, Hydrated Steven, thank you so much for taking some time and dropping in on us. Okay, next up. Oh, look at that. That's some splintered cheese, yo. Okay, let's see who's in the house. Are we ready? Let's go. Very thin slices here. Oh. Almost cycloid. Who are we in on? Artemis Gordon. Okay, Artemis. Let's see what you've gotten. By the way, as I do, if in fact you don't know this, I do take my VODs after the session, and I'll pop them up on YouTube. It might take a day or two. And to the best of my ability, as soon as I'm done with my stream, I always turn on the publishing on Twitch. However, I have no idea what they're going to block or not block. So that's the thing. So there, right there, my mod just popped up, the YouTube channel, if you want to just go over there and join it. So that if you actually put something up, it may have landed on yours, you don't know. You can go over there and check it out, or you can actually join the Discord, because on Discord, my mod's also set up a little channel thingy, a hashtag, where you can see what I've covered as well. So, all right, here we go. And there's that Discord link right there. Okay, Refresco, Artemis 1. Artemis would like a game. Oh, no, really? What are the chances, guys? What are the chances on this spin of, like, I think I got 75 song listings here, that Artemis wants us to listen to something from, maybe they all came in at once, Touhou 15, LOLK. I think it was the last one that we did before, or one before that. This was called Faraway Voyage of 380,000 kilometers. A Touhou song that has been in my head recently. This is the stage 5 theme. It loops at the halfway point. Wait, what? Was that the same one? Did something happen there that I didn't know? I don't know. Let's go. Let's do this. And 2 also says that this loops at a certain point. So let's go. Let's see what happens here. All right. Nope, this is a different one. I like the little micro sequence in the back that's really fast. Super funky but subtle bass line back there. It's holding the eighths. like the, I know, I did it again with my mic. I like the hero vibe of this. It's got a very hero vibe, go for it kind of a thing. Believe it or not, I feel there's this little vibe of a Nortanian melody there, like it's a trip. I love the not so tucked behind bell part of the sequence. So I'm thinking we're almost at a loop point. Optimist says we are. All right. So that's another fun track, actually, from, oddly enough, How Far Away. I'm spinning Wheels of Cheese with, over 75 people in for the first time. I think I got back-to-back or almost back-to-back from this game, from a game called Touhou 15. Now, is it 15 because they have 14, 13, 12, 11, and all the other ones? I'm not too sure about that. You guys tell me about that. It's also the very first time I'm hearing this game. Was there not, it was a series. Was it not that famous, or was it just kind of a fun happenstance in between the big guys? This kind of played around for a while and people were kind of happy and chilling with it, something of that nature. Fun track, super synthy, sounded purposefully. What? You guys got a poll? What do you guys have a poll on? I didn't have something to say on that poll. What could you possibly? Fun, that, like, I guess I've been muting myself every now and then because that's just, I'm old that way. Kind of Tourette's thing where my finger just happens to hit the bottom sporadically or something like that. I have no idea. But just the same, I'm okay. All right. I'm done. I'm done being done. Oh my gosh. Playing around with you guys. Hey, what's this poll? When he muted himself during the stream. Oh, you guys having fun at my expense. Elderly abuse. Elderly abuse is what I'm saying.